Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Handlebar ASMR. So, I would say a lot of you right now are dealing with the COVID quarantine. I just officially started my first week at stay at home during this. Previously, we had been working, and at the office, we have a small office with a few people, but as our state shut down, we decided that we would begin to work from home. And I have to say, this video today is just going to be kind of like a how I'm dealing with the quarantine and everything that's going on, and tips on ways that you can deal with the quarantine to maybe help. I'm definitely no expert because I'm going through it myself. Although this is my first week at home, things have definitely changed over the last month as far as everyday life. And I will say that one of the big things that we're all dealing with right now is just that change of life. Humans don't like change. They like routine. They like to know where they're going. We might say that we hate work and everything like that, but it's part of that routine. Just from my experience, even though I will be working part-time from home and doing a few other things, packing up my stuff at work and putting it in my car, it really felt weird. It kind of felt like getting fired or laid off, and it just really gave me this very unsettling feeling, which I would say a lot of you guys are feeling right now, because there's a lot of uncertainty going on right now. Of course, everything is supposed to be like at a month we're going to go back to normal, but I think all of us know that that's probably not going to happen that way. So, there are some things that's going to change forever, I believe, after this, but we're just going to have to see how it goes as we go through it, because this is new to everyone. And that's a big thing to take away from this, is no one really has a right answer right now. We just have to do the best that we can do, and we have to look out for each other during this time, because we're all going to be going through a lot of different feelings, a lot of uncertainty, scared. I mean, not only is the virus itself scary for a lot of people, but this not working and everything, for larger families and everything, it can really be scary financially as well. You're kind of thinking, what goes on, after a month or two of this? And it's hard not to try to project this future where everything's kind of a negative. And I will say, the big thing that we really have to work on is trying to stay positive, trying not to look at that future that none of us know what's going on right now, and just live day by day. And this is a good way to practice it, because we don't have another choice other than to live day by day. So I'm going to kind of go through some of the things that I've started already doing to give me just a little bit of where I feel like I'm doing something. I still want to be productive. It sounded awesome to come home and play video games every night and watch Netflix and not really have much to worry about as far as work and everything like that. And that leads to a lot of time to think about things, I will say. And I really started thinking more in a negative light. I will say in the first 2.5 weeks since the gyms closed around here, I gained about 12 pounds, and a lot of it was just times are uncertain. Everybody deals with things in different ways, and one of mine is I love to eat, so eating makes me feel good. So I'm gonna eat, and I start gaining weight, which made me not feel good, and my skin started breaking out and everything, which is another thing. Is we're like a big machine, and you start throwing a few things off, and it starts affecting everything. And of course, there's stress going on. Even though, luckily, I'm in a good position right now, there's still that stress of the unknown and what's going to happen next. So, one of the things that I decided to do was I'm going to try to do something that I feel is productive every day. There's a lot of little side projects, a lot of stuff I can do around the house and everything. And even if I don't do anything big, if I do something where I feel like I've been productive through the day, that makes me feel better. And while I'm doing this stuff, it's easier to keep your mind off of things, and that's always a good thing. Like I said, the mind is going to generate normally the worst case scenario. I'm sure a lot of you have went through situations where your mind has made up this terrible worst case scenario, and after you've actually lived through it, you're like, wow, that wasn't near as bad as I thought it was gonna be. And that's another human thing. We're all gonna look at this and it's going to be very negative. I mean, it is very negative, but our mind is gonna take it and take it to places way, way beyond. So we have to work vigilantly on staying positive. And one thing that we can do is we can still be productive in our own ways. It doesn't have to be anything with work or anything like that. In fact, if there is like this level you're trying to beat on a video game and you set all day until you finally beat it, if that's productive to you, then you've done something productive for yourself for the day. I also decided to start exercising at home. I'm a gym rat, so I don't have a lot of equipment at home. So I formulated a body weight routine that I can do and incorporated some running up and down my driveway. I took my mobile phone out and saw the length of my driveway and saw what it would take to get a mile. And so I'm running up and down my driveway like a crazy person right now. But I'm sure you see a lot of things right now that's kind of crazy. And it makes me feel good. I think one of the things that was really starting to get me down was I work out a lot. I enjoy going to the gym and everything, and there's a lot of endorphins and hormones that are affected directly by going to the gym. And I was going through a form of withdrawals. Strangely enough, I mean, I could really feel it, and I was moody. I had pretty much all the symptoms of withdrawals from just not going to the gym, and it's not getting those hormones and those feelings, and it was cranky, and I was put into a negative mood. And just after a few days of actually doing something and getting back out there, and I mean, I can't do what I do at the gym because I just don't have the equipment. But getting my heart rate up, exercising, doing something that's important to me makes me feel better all the way around. And again, it takes your mind off of that uncertainty. And like I said, uncertainty is something we hate. Our brain is always trying to figure it out. And right now, we can't. So, the big thing is, during this time, take things day by day. Don't focus solely on all of the negative. It's very easy to get pulled into a very negative state during this time. The city has had a huge rise in suicides in the last 2 weeks. And I can see where that happens. Because it's a negative time. Bad things are happening around the world. And we can focus on that. And we can go to a whole new state of negativity. But right now, you need to do what is good for yourself. You need to do what's good for the community. Stay at home. We'll make it through this. None of us has the answers. You are not expected to have the answers. Just focus on yourself. Do something good for yourself. Do something that you feel is positive.